Thank you for joining us today from Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm Tony Carr. I'm the Executive Director of Global Ties Arkansas. I'm happy to speak today with Gaby Sanz from
Ser Azul es Emprender,
which is her autism clinic, which is headquartered in Gaby's home country in South America, and with Cindy Fong from the Arkansas Autism Foundation, based here in Little Rock. Gaby is a 2017 YLAI alum from Peru. We notice we have some artifacts from Peru for you. And she worked very closely with Cindy during her fellowship in Little Rock in October of last year. Following the U.S. program, Cindy then traveled to Peru to implement trainings and workshops with Gaby. Let me ask you all a few questions, if I might. Gaby, why are you currently in Little Rock?
Well, I'm in Little Rock because last year, because of when I was in Little Rock as part of my YLAI experience, I got a connection with the Arkansas Autism Foundation, and they invited me to participate this year for the for the Autism Welcome Festival. It was in March 31st. So also I'm participating in different events related to the Autism Awareness Month here in Little Rock and in Arkansas.
Excellent. Cindy, how did your participation in the YLAI program impact your own organization?
So I'm on the board of the Arkansas Autism Foundation, which is a nonprofit that we formed to try and raise money to fund programs, innovative programs that can help increase in independence for Arkansans with autism in Arkansas. So we were really excited to meet with Gaby, and we're thinking about different ways we can partner, and maybe some families doing exchange trips to and from Peru, or their families coming here. So we're kind of excited about different opportunities to partner. And while she's been here, she's helping to participate in and volunteer at different autism awareness events.
Excellent. Gaby, let me ask you, what were some of the most valuable skills and knowledge that you learned during your stay here, and how did that impact your organization?
While I stayed here, I think I learned a lot of things, but when I can say the most important things is that to help other people. That's what I learned from Cindy. So I didn't know that she was a volunteer director. So for me it was very impactful, and that's what I can also implement in my own organization to create this culture of volunteerism that is not common in Peru. So I think it's very important and very useful for my country.
Cindy, tell us a little bit about how you might describe your YLAI reverse exchange in Peru.
Well, I would say it was the experience of a lifetime. So the idea with the reverse exchange is that you put in to do a project in the fellow's home country, and so what we proposed was to share about family supports with their autism clinic and families there. So we talked about marriage supports, we talked about support for siblings through sib shops. We put in for a robot to help them start integrated robotics team there with inclusive of kids on the spectrum and kids in the community, and they're very excited about starting that there. And we put in for money for a lending library for them. So I think all those went really well, and it was really an exciting experience.
Gaby, what skills did you develop as a reverse exchange participant, and how was your community changed thanks to this?
Oh, well, I think I developed the skills that to help other people in my community, and also for my, in this case, my organization, but also from other organizations. Because, for instance, we created like alliance with another autism, like they have autism diagnosis. It's called, the name is Abrazos, and we work together, and well, actually we invited them to participate in the support sibling support group, and their parents, and also the different they came for to participate. So I think I could work in a team with them, even though we are from different organizations. And yes, actually it was impactful for my community, because different people from different organizations came to participate in these events and in these sibling support groups.
Excellent. Cindy, again, why should other individuals in Little Rock and surrounding areas and around the U.S. become a YLAI Fellowship participant or host?
It was really rewarding for me to personally just to have the opportunity to share with Gaby various supports, and know that I was helping her to start this autism clinic that's such a needed resource in Peru. And I mean, who knew when I answered that call and said, sure, I'll show her around and help her connect with different organizations here, that I would end up hiking Machu Picchu. So who knows? And there's, you know, like I said, we're talking about partnering and possibly opening the door to continued exchanges between our autism families. And I just, you know, it's really an exciting opportunity. So I encourage other people to say yes to.
I appreciate that. Gaby, lastly, what advice could you give future YLAI participants?
Well, I think good advice for them is to have a plan before coming to the state. That can be very useful, because sometimes your host can have a schedule for you, but maybe you have time, so you can take advantage of that time, and maybe you can create other meetings, and so that your experience can be very rewarding. And also you can maybe add some suggestions to your host. So
those are great ideas, Gaby. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I want to thank you both for all of your dedication and your service to children and families for the cause of autism. That's first and foremost, I think, in what we feel. Were it not for YLAI, this meaningful working relationship and exchange would not have been possible. Thank you, YLAI. Thank you, U.S. Department of State. And thank you for bringing these two wonderful ladies into the lives of Global Ties Arkansas.